guys, my name is Emma. I just wanted to come into the channel. My channel is Moonstone Hippy Modern Mindfulness. I've been making videos and practicing yoga for at least, I don't know, since I was 15. Teaching yoga for about 5 years. Started making videos during the pandemic and COVID when the shutdown hit. So I just kind of wanted to come on here and explain to you who I am, what my mission is, and kind of what my goals are as a brand and business. So anyways, again, my name is Emma. I'm a Jane. I am a yoga teacher. I'm a model. I'm a confidence coach. I work with people one-on-one for helping boost their confidence. My main focus is women. And then I also coach people and work one-on-one for mindfulness and yoga, especially in this modern world. That's why I call it modern mindfulness. The world is kind of ever-changing, we're ever-changing, but it seems like more and more, especially where I'm from, I'm on the East Coast, around Philadelphia area, it is just much faster pace of living. Work standards and expectations are very, very high, so stress levels are high. Time may be limited in terms of how much time you have for self-care, for your own yoga practice. So I really work one-on-one with people to make that happen. In terms of what else I do and kind of how I came to yoga, so outside of yoga and my whole business and everything, I love going out, I love to socialize, I love traveling, retreats or something I enjoy going on and leading. I'm absolute in love with going to the beach. The beach is my favorite place. I will do the mountains, but I'm more a beach person for sure. I've always wanted to learn how to surf. I haven't gotten there yet, but I hope to at some point. Let's see, what else is there? I love dancing. I take dance fitness classes. I started with Zumba and then switched over to another studio that does more hip hop type dance fitness type classes. They're super fun, and that is a whole nother part of my life that one day I may explore. I did go through Zumba training a couple years ago and really loved it. I've just been so focused on the yoga and everything. I haven't been putting my time or energy there for teaching, but I will take classes quite regularly. I'm also a fan of the outdoors, getting outside into nature. I love paddleboarding, kayaking, anything on the water. Count me in, I'm there. You sold me. I love karaoke, I love to sing. Definitely have that music and musician in my blood. My cousin plays the guitar and teaches the guitar, and he's a director of School of Rock in Manhattan, and then his wife also teaches vocal lessons and piano. So other than that, why I came to yoga is definitely something I want to hit on. So I was 15, I started going to a therapist, and it was really helpful, but she recommended that I start doing yoga. So when I was 15, my mom bought me a DVD, and for reference, I was going to therapy for social anxiety, generalized anxiety, and minor depression. But anyway, so she recommended meditation, yoga, I did not super vibe with the meditation. I do meditations now, I teach them and everything. Perfectly fine with meditation, but as a 15-year-old, I was I can't, this feels hard. And it was hard. But I definitely gravitated to the yoga, and so every morning I would wake up and practice this DVD religiously. We probably still have it. I don't watch DVDs all too often anymore, with all the streaming and stuff. But yeah, so I came to that. I noticed how much of a positive impact it was having. So eventually, once I got to college, I had kind of stopped. Not because I was, doing anything crazy or crazy partying or anything like that. I was taking art classes, so I was an art and graphic design major, and it was just so much work, so many deadlines, like, and I was very much a perfectionist back then. I'm still a little bit of one, I'm recovering, but working through that, and yeah, it was just, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself at that point in my life, especially. And I had an advisor suggest, like, why don't you take the yoga class at the university? Because you can get credit for that and everything. And I was like, you know what, that's not a bad idea. So I took them up on the offer and the idea. I took Yoga 1 with Alison Donnelly, which was focused on Ashtanga. And then after taking that, I was like, I know I need to pursue this because I love doing it for myself. And I wanted to get deeper into my practice and into the philosophy and all of that. Because yoga is obviously the asana and the postures and everything, but then there's a whole other side of it, which is like spirituality and philosophy and values and all of that stuff. So anyways, to get back on track, my university did have a program for yoga teacher training. I didn't complete it there. I don't recall why. I think maybe the dates weren't ideal with like other stuff that I had on my schedule. So I ended up doing a training that was local, and I was trained in Baron Baptiste style yoga, which is very much like a set flow and very specific postures. It is based on the Ashtanga poses and all of that too. And it's traditionally taught in like a heated room. I no longer teach that style. Like, so basically I went through that training and I like took the classes and everything, like really enjoyed them. And then basically like, midway through my training, I was like, I don't think this style of yoga is for me. Like, it just wasn't vibing with my body. It wasn't what my body needed. So I started taking classes elsewhere. I got more into like slow flow, gentle yoga, restorative yoga, yin, started doing more meditations. So my vibe and my practice just completely shifted. I still had to finish that specific training because like I had invested so much money. It was actually like all of my babysitting money that I had saved up, crazy enough, back then. And yeah, so I went from, then I finally finished that program. I had delayed it a year or so, and then when I went to finish it, then like COVID hit. So then, yeah, that was the time. But I did finally graduate in 2020 or 2021. I can't exactly remember. I remember we finished up in a park. It was really nice to practice yoga outside. So then I eventually started teaching online, and I was teaching for the university that I was, completing a semester at. And yeah, it's just kind of everything happened. I wasn't planning on teaching. It just, things kind of fell into my lap. Opportunities came to me, and I said yes, because I felt like it was the right thing to do, and I followed my intuition. So other than that, like, that's kind of how I got started, and then I've just been working at different studios, working for myself. I have my own business, and it's interesting that I'm here because this was never really the goal. Like, I always kind of viewed yoga as something that I would do on the side and not be like a main part of my business or a main part of like what I did. I had been working an office job and working with people in a one-on-one coaching setting for career stuff. These were people that were unemployed, low income, all that jazz. And so I had like a steady paycheck and, benefits and everything, and that was great. But honestly, I burnt out, and, my life just, it changed a lot, and I needed to get support. So I ended up leaving my job and going on to short-term disability to do a group IOP program, and that really, really helped me. And it also helped identify that I really didn't feel like staying in that line of work. I was much more fulfilled with teaching yoga, and during my time in IOP, I did go for Reiki training, and I realized that I have, these kind of healing abilities. I also started doing some more modeling stuff, and yeah, my whole life just kind of changed. I wouldn't say it changed overnight. It was a whole journey. Like, it was like 6 months that I was in a program and like going through all these things and kind of having these epiphanies, right? And I was seeing an individual therapist at the same time in the program. So I'm really happy to report that I'm much better now and happier, and currently not needing mental health assistance. I do work with a coach who kind of helps me stay on track and, you know, hold me accountable for things. But other than that, my mental health is pretty much in good shape. So anyways, I hope this video kind of like explained a little bit about like where I'm coming from and where I've been with the yoga, and I will see you guys later. All right, have a great day. Bye.